Okay, everybody, this is a good day for Bitcoin. We've managed to bounce off support, so that'll be kind of what we're talking about today. Hey, Villaret, happy to see my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Guys, this was a crazy last few days, but it looks like we maybe, we'll go over the charts here, may be able to hold on to the support level. So if any of you guys took that aggressive trade we had talked about yesterday saying, hey, buy the support, hold, and wait, and you may be able to make some money. So far, you're making money. So far, you're making money. Now, it's up to you to determine how far you want to ride this wave because it is always a little bit more of an aggressive play. And on top of that, every time we have news about tariffs, it always causes Bitcoin to go down, which is kind of annoying, I would say, right? However, I'm looking at Bitcoin up, I'm looking at Ethereum up, I'm getting all these notifications on all these trading apps on my phone. Ethereum's up a little bit right here, Doge is up still a little bit off of yesterday, and even though we just started a new day, things are looking out okay. So, a lot of technical analysis today, not so much news because there wasn't so much news. I believe the only news that's worth talking about, I don't even have to go to the CNBC page, is that America and India got a trade deal done. India has like pledged or committed to not buying as much Russian oil. I'm not really sure how, if they're really going to do it or not. Regardless, it looks like the tariffs between India and America, effective immediately, are going down. And that, of course, is always a good thing for the markets around the world. So we saw that Bitcoin was up a bit today. Oil was down a little bit, but the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, SPY, all doing fine today. And gold and silver are bouncing up a little bit after having a crushing last week where, they dropped down like 27% for silver alone. So crazy times, but let's get into the technicals here because there have been some good day trades I think you guys might have enjoyed here. Before we get into that, though, just want to let you guys know, go over to the daily chart. We did manage to hold. Now, if you guys are trying to buy in right now, you still have an opportunity. You're not buying at the best price like we talked about before, but you're able to buy still at a decent level of support. And what's happening right here, as the daily chart showing a bounce off of the Fibonacci level here, is momentum on the daily chart is slowly shifting. Now, is it there yet? No. Is the weekly chart still bearish? Yes. Is the monthly chart still bearish? Very much yes. But the daily chart, we're almost there to having a bullish crossover, and we haven't had a bullish crossover since all the way back over here January, and that didn't even matter because Trump threatened tariffs on the Greenland issue, and it just came down. We're hoping for no more tariff threats, hopefully. And hey, Lisa, happy to see you. And Larry, sold most things, just waiting on the Iran tech later this week. Man, me and my friends were talking about that last night. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and we're not entirely sure how it's going to happen or what type of attack it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be anything robust, but I think it'll be something that's a little flashy, a little flashy. Oh, so he did do an update on it. And hey, Will, happy to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good weekend with it like everybody else. Okay. Why isn't this letting me slide? There you go. Damn auto. Okay. Auto. So what's been happening here is the 4-hour chart recently turned bullish back over here around 12 a.m. The daily is not bullish yet, so it's kind of hard to get in here. The last time you had a crossover was way back over here 8 a.m. and that was right over here. And that didn't really do anything. So again, I'm not putting much stock into it just yet. I will say though, is when we do have our crossovers and they are closer to the 20 moving average, sometimes you can have a little bit of a pop. But for those that want to have a little bit more of an aggressive trade where you're not really pushing a lot of money into the market because it's not like a really confident trade, if you will, you have the ability to buy right now, and then you're probably going to see a move that probably pops you right back up here towards $81,000. I want to say it's 81, but I'm not entirely sure. 81,050 now. That was actually pretty darn correct. Pretty darn close. So if I was looking for a day trade right now where I hold today and I buy today and I kind of hold through tomorrow maybe, I would probably be buying around this $80,000 level that we're at, take my 1,000 profit and just leave the trade. Sometimes you might be expecting something larger. Of course, that could definitely work out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does manage to hold off for these Fibonacci levels. I wouldn't be surprised if we have to do something of a larger move, rejected, consolidate, and then we have a larger move, and that happens towards the end of the week, not necessarily just something that happens tomorrow, right? We've been hearing for more news. Larry's, talking about the Iran strike there. We've been waiting for that to happen for a minute, and it's just kind of going along. Just like the Venezuela stuff, you hear rumors, or not even rumors, you just hear announcements about stuff being moved. Then all of a sudden the big thing happens. So we'll see if things get worse or better. But I just haven't heard much about Iran as far as protesting. Are they still marching? Are they still having a lot of civil unrest? I don't know. Don't really care. Not my cup of tea to really focus on that region. But maybe later on I'll go look into it a little bit to see if they are still having all of the unrest. And if they are, America can topple a regime. America has a lot of power. We don't really use it too much, and I'm always happy when we do use it because it's just like, oh yeah, we're America. We can do this shit, right? And hey, Fitz, happy to see you as well. Thanks for joining the stream here. Oh, before I get going here, guys, I do want to let you guys know that if you go to there you go. I put out a few videos today, but the first one was the trading strategy video that I've been working on for a while. So it has the setup, the strategy, and then the execution all on, three different parts of it. And then later on this week, I think I'm going to also put out a different one that's going to be a different video that's going to be the strategy without the, what do you want to call it? Without the PowerPoint, if you will. And I think that'll be good as well. So long story short about Bitcoin, we found a level of support that's okay. The last few times we've been hitting support, things have been doing good. The first time we hit it, there's usually a good level and we have a bounce. The first time there's a level, we have a bounce. Sometimes we're lucky and we bounce twice. Sometimes we're lucky we bounce 3 times. Sometimes. But at least for now, we're still in that first bounce category. Oh gosh, Johnny, that was my headphones go. We're in that first bounce territory, so you're going to see people try to buy up right now and see if we can go higher, especially before, if things continue the way they are going right now, we may have another bearish move that takes us down to $71,000 later on this month or next month. In the scheme of things, when we're looking at the monthly charts and stuff, better yet, let me just do this here so we don't have all the stuff. I've been putting little dots on my screen the whole time by accident. There we go. So if you actually look at the monthly chart right now, things are still a little bit wonky. I'm hoping that we can manage to hold just for maybe a month at this level if we're really lucky. Sorry, somebody's blowing up my phone and I'm just making sure it's not my sister or something. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. But all right, this is the first real challenge when it comes to holding support. And the last time we had something like this happen, where we had the first strong level, of course, if you wanted to go off the other fib levels, you can, but we've already broken through those. They're not really important on the monthly charts. If you turn them on, it really reflects the monthly charts a little bit better, I would say. Last time we were here, check it out. Check it out. We bounced for a few months. So I'm like, I'm hoping we can find some support. The only difference is right now, this was above the 20-month moving average. Well, we are well below the 20-month moving average right now. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just like hoping, oh my gosh, please let us find some support eventually. And then eventually, and if you also wanted to go through these longer Fibonacci's, you could see we do have a big level of support around $54,000. I'd be surprised if we had to come all the way back down there, but we'll have to see. And if we moved it up a little bit higher, we already broke down through this next one, so maybe around 64,000 from there. But honestly, guys, I'm not really paying attention to that one. I'm more these ones. And for now, we hit it first. We're looking okay. I think Bitcoin can have a bounce from here. We've had, 4 bad months in a row. I know we look at crypto a lot, but we don't normally have 4 bad months. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, right there. 4 is the last time. 5, 6. And that was all the way back in 2018. That is over 5 years ago. All right. So as far as this month, I do think we have an opportunity to get a little bit more bullish. I don't know how sexy of a bullish move that is. You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to be something that's going to be taking us back to the heavens. But, you know, I could say we're probably not going to be crashing too much. Now, hopefully that's the case, right? Hopefully that's the case. But we have a support level right now. I think as the momentum continues to shift here and we start to see some of the daily charts getting bullish and possibly a weekly chart over the next, probably within the third week of January. No, excuse me, February. Oh my gosh, time is flying this year. What is going on? If we're able to get that, I believe we could try to have a march back above 100,000 later on this year. That's going to be a tough thing to do, especially because of the way the politics and everything is going along. If you guys recall, we have an election year. This is an election year, midterm elections. I don't really care too much. I care more about my my local elections, as you guys might know. But this is going to be an interesting time. I'm really curious to see how February holds up. So far, I think we can actually hold for the month of February just because of what we've done in the past. The only thing is, you know, if you go back in time a little bit further, right? This one we didn't really hold all too well. Didn't really have an all-time high move, no matter which way you wanted to look at it. So maybe that's a little bit different. But perhaps if we went back a little bit further and we went down here, you know, if you look at the all-time high type of moves we do, and not those subtle moves between cycles, we did hold for a few months. Now, we gave up, but we hit the next Fibonacci level right there, right on the freaking dot, and we decided to bounce up. So, you know, these Fibonacci levels have been very helpful, and I think everybody is looking at the same data. So I believe during these moments, everybody tries to buy, and that's where we find a good level of support. I know they call it like animal spirits and stuff like that, but you know, I think we have an opportunity. And hey, Larry, you had nibbled into Dogecoin. A lot of people have been buying in there. Dogecoin didn't have as bad the last couple of days as a lot of other tokens. That thing was holding up quite well. You know, that's something I think that's pretty nice. All right. So let me push this up here a little bit more too. All right. Now, while Bitcoin's been doing that, Bitcoin dominance has been creeping up month after month, not doing anything too drastic, but it's been creeping. We haven't really talked about it because we don't really have much faith in altcoins right now as a whole. There are some gems like a Dogecoin or an Ethereum and stuff like that, but overall, they're still looking pretty bearish too. I will say, yesterday we were talking about how I trust Bitcoin's technicals over the technicals of things like Ethereum when it comes to Fibonacci levels and things like that. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy with the way the Bitcoin one helped us out, because we didn't actually come into contact with the Fibonacci level for Ethereum. Yet, we did on with Bitcoin. I know you guys can't see it. We did with Bitcoin. And if you trusted the Bitcoin technicals, you were able to buy Ethereum. And Ethereum had a pretty nice rally so far today. Since the last 2 days, I should say. So, you know, we're not saying that we bought it down here. We're basically saying we bought it right here. And so far, it's up around 3.5%. That's pretty darn good right now. So, you know, it's going to still be boring for a while. I think there's some opportunities to make some money. But if we were to go down and do what we normally do here, which is some of these day trades and stuff, Arrow, we already know that the daily charts and the weekly charts are still bearish right now. The daily is giving us some hope. The daily hasn't been the best, I would say, overall. We had a crossover moment happen right over here on the 13th of January. That was right here. You don't buy it because none of the crossovers were happening below the 50 line. We had one that occurred way back over here, December 26th. Then another one that happened over here, December 30th. That one led you to some money. But if we do have double crossovers over here between the RSI and the stochastic, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. First of all, we're kind of bouncing off of that major support level with the Fibonacci's right now. Then on top of that, we haven't had a crossover below since December. I mean, like, it's been over a month. It's been over a month, right? So I'm going to play that a little bit here. And then, of course, the last time we had a crossover on the bearish side above the 50, that was a really strong move, and that gave you a really good opportunity to short the market. So I'll be checking that out as well a little bit. guess maybe in February if we just, Jesus, this February. Maybe in March if we decide to come down a little bit more here. But I'll be playing around with it. And just like I told you guys before, I was thinking about how do I let you guys know there's signals coming and things like that. I think what I'm gonna do is there'll be two types of things. I think one will just be me having a talking head video talking about how Bitcoin I think can have a pretty good strong move from here. We're looking at some technicals, and I think I'll show the technicals. Like one is going to be me doing talking head, that'll be for everybody, and I believe the technical videos will probably just be for members, since I told them a lot of the technical analysis will be through the memberships here, because it just takes so much time to do that type of stuff. And besides, most people don't even watch that stuff anymore. So I think I'll do it that way. But the daily chart, on the verge of having a crossover later on this week, I think that means we could possibly come into the contact with the 20-day moving average up here, probably within the next week or two, and that might come back up to what I'd say like around $80,000 in the short term over here, or 81,000, excuse me, and then start looking up a little bit higher, maybe to 83, 84. But that's like a week and a half to 2 weeks away, maybe just a week and a half, maybe not even 2 weeks. But in the meantime here, where the heck is the... Oh, there it is. You scared me for a second. We have had one crossover on the 4-hour chart. It's unlocked a little bit here. I wouldn't say it's been a big boom, you know. What is that? 8 p.m. And we had another one over here at 8 a.m. And then they got bearish right here. And this is still bullish, I suppose. So, you know, as far as these trades are concerned, the last time we only had the 4-hour with no support, basically, from the daily. See how choppy all that was? It wasn't really that good. We had a crossover right here at 8:15, had a crossover at 8:30, so 8:30 right there. Nothing really happened. Your stop loss probably got hit right there. You had another crossover at 10:30, that's right here at 10:30. That one ended up giving you some money, but you can see it only lasted for a little bit of time, before we got bearish again. And then we got a bullish signal right here, I believe, or let me see. Oh no, there was another one. Why do I have... Oh, this one's not supposed to be... Okay, that one's confusing me. Whatever. And then we started another one over here that was working out okay, so let me get rid of these ones. What may be interesting, though, is for those of you guys that want to scalp, like you can see a crossover that... Well, 8 p.m. 8:15. Yeah, I mean, that one did take you higher. That is true. That one worked out at least. But I almost wonder if it's worth it to move down to the 5-minute charts. Much more aggressive, much more disciplined trading needed. But you can see this one happened before the mark, so we can't use it. Crossover right there. That one worked out temporarily, take you to a level of resistance. Yet another crossover right here below this level, and one right there, kind of at the level below the level. So that's 10:35. If I can see when the crossover happened, 10:40. Right here. I don't know if I'd buy at this level of resistance, but, you know, my feelings be damned, it worked out. I'm waiting for us to cross back below. So another crossover right here at 5:55. That one didn't work out. I mean, it could have hit one of your stop loss. That one didn't work out. 6:25 right here. That one did work out. 7:20 right there. That one worked out. You got to use Fibonacci's with these ones, which is why it's so confusing, and not even confusing, just annoying. Let's see. Crossovers. Yeah, you probably have to make sure the 1-hour chart's probably good with you as well. But overall, we're doing fine. And why is this? Oh, okay, that's it. That's Ethereum, not Bitcoin. There you go. Now, in terms of other news today, The big news I already told you guys about was Trump says U.S. and India will reach a trade deal and they're going to lower the tariffs immediately. No jobs report on Friday because we're in a partial government shutdown. South Korea is loving the deal between America and India. Um, you know, nothing really else. It was actually a pretty slow day. I mean, like a really slow day. If you go look across the market here to the stock market, Apple was up quite a bit. All right. Nice of a boom. Everybody's relaxing after that still scary move that we had. But again, it's nothing crazy. Like if Apple was hitting all-time highs or something, cool. But like Apple's been falling for weeks. You know what I mean? Apple was falling for over a month, 48 days, and now we're starting to come back up. AMD doing fine. And again, what's actually kind of interesting about all this is if you go over here to Apple, Apple's still bullish as far as the momentum is concerned, so everybody still wants to buy this. The weekly charts, they're bearish, sure, but the monthly charts, that overall trend is still fine. The daily one's been fine for since what? January 23rd. January 23rd, wait, 23rd, 23rd, yeah, okay. So you had the short-term day trading signal since the 23rd. Right. Oh, wow, that's actually a pretty good thing. The 4 hour, so you're not really doing aggressive trades, but you have a medium amount of cash involved in these things. The 4 hour trade already worked out, so you can't really hop onto that one. The 1 hour smooth mover right here. Crossover, what is that? You had two, so you had one right here at 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. Bro, my brain is so out of it. 12:30. Yeah, that's right there. Okay. 12:30. It gapped down the next day. If you had a stop loss right here, it got cut out. Of course, if you had a stop loss more generously down, you were fine, and it decided to rally up afterwards. But even if you lost money, you'd say that stop loss right there. This next one that happened on 10:30. Oh man, with the breakout, that one made you some money. So, you know, it's working out pretty well so far. Crossover there below, crossover here. You had to wait for the second one to hit 10:15. That one worked out. Ooh, yeah, that one was beautiful. Wow, yeah. 9 a.m., 8:45, 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. was right here. Good move overall. Nothing happening below the 50 line. Cross, oh no, it didn't cross over there as well. Crossover below right here at 11:30. That one happened above, but it's fine. So 11:30. That one gapped up a little bit for a nicer move. So yeah, this is why I like options. Options is better for this type of stuff because I don't want to be in the trade too long. And usually, can I? There you go. When you do this type of stuff, excuse me, sometimes you don't want to be doing pre-market stuff, and I understand that. I don't use the signals in the pre-market really, but stuff like this, crossover happening right afterwards, yeah, I can play with that. Wait for below the 50 line. See how it kind of actually adjusted the technicals a tad? Well, this is happening after hours, so we have to skip it. This one happened during market hours. Crossover right here. And a crossover right here at what, 9:45:10. This one at 10:15, so we have to go to 10:15. This one right here. That led to a nice little play towards the end of the day. So, I mean, we're seeing some good moves right now. It's just you have to figure out which stocks are actually bullish, right? Now, it's not hard. You just put on the stochastic and the RSI and be like, okay, well, you know, Apple's still good on the weekly chart, right? And the monthly chart. Oh, excuse me, on the monthly chart, not the weekly chart. AMD still bullish on the monthly chart. Amazon still bullish. Avigo's getting bearish here. Ooh. We'll see. Bank of America is consolidating, but overall I would say bullish just because the RSI is still good. ConocoPhillips choppy as hell. ConocoPhillips should be okay just because it's oil. Chevron's oil to something else. Disney is not looking so hot. I thought Disney had earnings today, or didn't they have earnings somewhere? Oh, they were not good earnings. Even when things are, yeah, it was probably bullish before that news came out. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff with negative momentum right now on the weekly charts, but the monthly charts are still overall good. I think if we start to see monthly charts come down consistently, like right now, Visa's monthly charts are bearish. That's not something I like to see at all, at all. Now it hasn't been a disaster, right? Because it's been coming down for no. As a Visa holder, it's been doing nothing for about 9 months. I'm not actually happy about that at all. Now it's done it before, and you can see the bearishness that's happening there. But if we start to turn bullish again below, that's some pretty nice moves. Damn, yeah, Visa. They are losing out on some. They are losing out to blockchain technology, among other players out there. Silver is up 7% after that move we saw the other day, bouncing off the 50. Gold is bouncing off the 50 as well and trying to have a little bit of a rebound. Gold is turned into like a meme thing right now, so just be careful if you want to get into it. The technical still makes sense, but the fundamentals behind it, they're going to spook some of you guys out there. There you go. The 15-minute chart looks very ugly when it comes to holding on to support, but the 4-hour chart looks a little bit better, and of course the daily chart looks a lot better, and the weekly chart looks a lot better as well here, so give it some time. Oh, and hey, Vegas Advantages. Happy to see you, my man. What do you call yeah, let me know how you guys like the new video. I'm still struggling on how I need to format my videos, because part of me is like, okay, people don't like to watch full YouTube tutorials, and even you guys, the people who have watched it so far, I think the average, I think it's like a 40-something minute video, and I tell people in the beginning, like, hey, buckle up, it's gonna take a minute. I believe the average watch time is like 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes or something. But that's why I think I'm going to. I think what I'm gonna do, and this is a very weird thing to say. I'm gonna do an intro with my head, right? And then from there, I'm gonna pull up the chart. My head that you guys are looking at will not be on the chart. I'm going to read a script, almost like I'm a computer, being like, well, first go over to indicators, metrics, and strategies and type in the stochastic indicator tool, or type in stochastic and click on the stochastic indicator once. Then do the same for the RSI. Afterwards, we're going to go into the settings, and I'm going to have a full-on script like that. And then after I read the script, I'm going to listen to it in my ears and do it in real time while I'm listening to it, and type in stochastic, right? And then do click on it and add it, and that way it's more of like a cheesy educational video, because I think that's sometimes what people just want. They won't understand the full reasoning of the strategy. That's where I'm going to have to like think a little bit more difficult. That's where animations really come into play. That's where animations are great. But I think I'll end up doing something like that here. That I'll probably have done by Friday for members. Saturday or Sunday it'll be available for everybody else, but I think it should be getting... I don't think that'll be incredibly hard. It's just figuring out the script, which means I have to go to ChatGPT. I have to record, like I have to do that little thing where like it transcribes my voice. Hey, this is the strategy. I'm gonna say, hey, this is what I'm planning to do, and then they'll say, yes, okay, cool. So what do you want? What's the order of everything that be done? And I'll be like, okay, set everything up, all the tools, right? Because I'll be recording my voice as I do it in real time. So it'll be weird. Oh no, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure it out, because I think for the video now, it's only been out for less than a day, so it's harder for me to know. It usually takes a couple days of data for it's like to figure out its wavelength. What is going on here? There you go. Yeah, the average watch time right now is 4 minutes and 24 seconds. 4 minutes and 24 seconds. That's out of 40 minutes, so they only watch like 10% of the video, which is no good, of course. Keeping an eye on Grinder 2. People down 80% borrowed on it. Soon they'll be forced to sell since they're below their borrow number. Soon flash crash. Oh. Huh. This year I caddied for a hedge fund advisor in Chicago. He ran a $700 billion account for his team. They were hedging Visa a lot. He told me, he said stablecoins might hurt them long term. Oh, $7 million. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that's what I was thinking of too, because I hold a lot of Visa, and maybe I should like trim out of it a little bit, because I've been holding Visa since I've been dollar cost averaging into Visa since 2014. 2014. No, late 2015. Late 2015. I met a financial advisor over there in Montana where I was living, and he was kind of hyping it up for me, and he was explaining all the good benefits and stuff. And yeah, so you know, like Visa. Let's just say the high points in 2015. Let's not even say a dip. Even now, with it coming down a little bit, it's still up 345% over those years. So it's been really good for my long-term accounts. But yeah, it is stagnating a little bit, just a tad. It's stagnated before, but I don't think. Do they have blockchain stuff on here? Oh my God, load. Oh, I see. Okay. Consulting, software engineers, Python. I don't see anything about blockchain. Ah, there we go. Crypto sales and partnership opportunities, senior manager, Visa, crypto account management. No, those are account management stuff. Business development. All in San Francisco. They just posted the job like a week ago. Yeah, I mean they're trying to adjust. They're trying to adjust. 8 or more years of relevant work experience. You know how many people in crypto don't go for jobs like this usually, but you know, during a bear market, maybe they do. U.S. applicants only. Oh, they are not joking around. The estimated salary range for this position is $153,000 to $246,000 a year, which may include potential sale incentives if applicable. Include sale. Yeah, that's not good. You want to just have that shit coming to you every month. Analysts. Yeah, they don't even have a director yet. I mean, they're launching this now. So actually, you might see people go back into them a little bit just because you can see they're making some changes. I mean, that's the freaking Philippines. I don't care about that. Singapore, no. India, no. Team sales. What does a senior manager make over here? Only 169,000 to 270. That's not much more than the actual regular guy that was there. Senior manager versus partnerships opportunities. Sales and partnerships team. Interesting. I do find it fascinating. It's just so recent. You know what I mean? Or let me go back a few seconds ago. Like this one from down here. When was that posted? January. No, they've been pushing this since the beginning of this year. Wow. Yeah. I mean, they're thinking about it. But you know, it's been good it's been a good run. You know what I mean? But Visa is one of those companies. If people start to lose faith in the stock itself, oh boy, that thing will just start plummeting because it's a lot of hedge funds. It's it's a lot of old type of money that holds Visa. Polymarket cloud bets. I made bank on Surus and Nicole. I have no idea what that even means. But as long as you were able to make some money there, I think you're doing a pretty good job. Let me point this out here. Oh no, that's not as much as I thought it was going to be down. Okay, that's not bad. Let me put this back over here. But I think, I mean, there's so many jobs. What's that company? I have them down as a these guys. It's one of my bookmarks I got. Anderson Horowitz. They always have a bunch of job opportunities. So if you go over here to go jobs, and it's for all jobs. It's like for like everything in their portfolio as far as they have a stake in the company. These are all the jobs that they offer. So it's not just one company. It's like Wiz and Databricks and Propel and Shield AI, right? But you could say roles. Like I'm a marketing guy, right? So I could say, wait, there's marketing and there's marketing manager. What? Why would they say? Why would they have a difference? Let me see. Finance, Python, artificial intelligence. Damn, 5,000 jobs in artificial intelligence. Okay, well, let's just say marketing here. Let's not even make myself be fancy and say I'm a marketing manager. Growth account manager, technical product marketing manager. They're all like in New York or California, and I'm not moving. Well, northern, I guess I need the job, but hybrid. I guess probably the best way to go is go to location. Oh, and here it is, remote jobs. Remote, 100% remote. What do we got? Staff product marketing manager, open to remote, Shield AI, senior product marketing manager, competitive intelligence. I mean, this was 3 days ago, so I mean, there's still plenty of jobs, but you better believe this is one of those jobs where they get like over 100 applications a day, and they don't even hire anybody for the day. You know what I mean? Anchorage Digital, Instacart, Pendrop, Source, Deed. I don't know many of these companies like Stripe, Assure, Instacart, but like 11 Labs. Like I'm much more of a blockchain crypto guy. You know, I'm not really vibing with many of the job opportunities I see here. But again, plenty of crypto jobs out there, and there might even be some cool crypto. There might even be some cool crypto job boards out there. I think those crypto job board. There you go. I just searched it up. And then search all jobs. Marketing. Business to consumer product marketing manager. This is posted a day ago. Growth marketing associate. Oh damn, 30,000 to 40,000. That's horrible. That's horror shit. DIA. Don't work for DIA. What is this? Defense Intelligence Agency. You're the Defense Intelligence Agency. I doubt that's the what do you call it, the thing they're talking about. Wait, hold on. No, I see like a nasty looking D there. Okay, this one. Trustless blockchain oracles for any asset. They can't afford to. I guess the website's mid tier. I guess yeah, but let me see. What's your X account? They have still use the Twitter logo, not the X logo. Yeah, they can't afford a decent person over there. That's not good. I guess it's remote though, so maybe if you're lucky, like you could have AI do most of the work and you could just be working for like 2 hours a day on it. 2 hours a day, that's worth $48,000 a year, right? You'll be the voice and vibe of DEI online. You take solid content and make it sing. You're chronically online. You know what makes people stop scrolling, and you're comfortable sliding into DMs and build relationships. You're with a small team, wear multiple hats, and have a real. I hate when they say wear multiple hats. No, a good job does not make you do multiple hats. Managers should have to do multiple hats, but not the grunts. Oh, you're gonna own their X. See, don't say Twitter X. It's X. It's X. Telegram and LinkedIn. Turn on channel announcement. Build relationships with ecosystem accounts partners. See, I can just be like, hey man, I know all the KOLs, the partners. I know all those people. Just let me have $10,000 a year. You ever need them? I got them on speed dial. Fit. Central time zone preferred. Experience 1 to 3 years. See, 2.5 to 4,000 a month gross depending on experience. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I feel like this is a part-time job, even though they say full-time job. But that's the multiple hats they're talking about. You're gonna have to do some shit that you didn't sign up to do. That's why I hate when they do that. What else do they got over here? Green dots, X Rider, remote marketing, growth manager, social and search. Oh yeah, product marketing manager, on chain, Tether, PR manager. Affiliate marketing manager. Oh, interesting. Takes you right to the website. Oh, they don't even have how much you would get paid. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Man, a lot of cheap companies, I would say, these years. But look at all the jobs they have, right? They have plenty of them. Whether or not they answer your calls or answer your applications. Damn, I haven't had to look for a job in so long. I forget all the basics, the basic words. Let me see though. Oh, these are only the marketing jobs as well, but maybe. I mean, is there anything in Seattle? Damn. Okay. Wait. View all in Seattle. Yeah. Security research internship. Oh, but it's for New York, San Francisco. Damn. Yeah. That's what I said. Seattle has no crypto scene. That's why I usually travel a little bit. Non-tech. No, it's usually just marketing I would know anything about. That's my specialty though. Because I'm really curious. They don't really have much filters. Social, social. Oh, it did change. It's just not a lot. Head of growth at Joyride. Well, that seems kind of fun. I don't know if that's good or not. Options exchange provide leverage for crypto traders. Oh, interesting. Wait, marketing. Oh, head of growth. Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a little bit too much work, if you ask me. Experience with VO3 or equivalent AI content generation. That's pretty funny. Competitive salary. I hate that word. Social media. Ho Chi Minh City. Oh, damn. If I needed a visa to go over there, that'd have been fun. Social media specialist for Bybit in Dubai. That's the cool thing. Me knowing crypto and having a marketing background, I don't know if the marketing background is even relevant since I haven't had a marketing job since like pre-COVID, but I'm sure I could find a job with a random crypto company if needed just because of my connections. Multiple hats means work for free. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's those buzzwords. You're like, ugh. Ugh. I don't want to do that shit. That's always a bad thing. There's so many words I've learned over the years, and again, I haven't had a job in like pushing 6-7 years now, but I kind of forgot what it's like to have to look at a job application. It kind of hurt my head, to be honest. But I like that there's jobs available in crypto. It shows there's some growth happening and things like that, right? So I am happy about that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream right here. Looks like things got quiet. There's not so much to talk about here. We're going to probably have a good stream here the next few days as we kind of talk about, Bitcoin booms to 82,000 or 80,000 or something like that. Where's Loki at? Oh, my God. He's gone missing. He's gone missing. Yeah. He's looking at me because he knows I'm saying goodbye to you guys. He's like, now we can go outside and have fun. And It's actually too dark to do that, I think, right now. It's what, 6 o'clock almost? Yeah. Oh, well. Dude, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. If you guys haven't watched the tutorial, please watch it and leave some comments if you can, if you have any questions, because I want to answer them down in the comments as well. And then I'll have the other version of this tutorial done probably later on this week. I'm going to just start blitzing content. You guys saw me make a kite video today. I made a few shorts today. I'm going to start making more. I went to this bar that I know pretty well yesterday because it was going to be a Sunday night. I didn't think there was going to be many people there. There was a load of people there. And so because they were playing music outside, I couldn't record anything, because then if I record something, YouTube hears the music in the background. They're like, no way. So once it warms up a little bit, it'll be a little bit easier for me, because I can just go out to a table that's in the middle of nowhere at a bar, not like by the bar I go to. They have really nice fire pits out back. But I'm a regular there, so I can record and do whatever I want. I can pour my own coffee, thank God. But you will see me start to do more stuff. I ended up splurging, and I ended up buying the same version of those microphones. So I bought a whole new thing of Rode Mic Wireless 2s. Not as expensive. They were on sale for about like 30% off. But they work. I tested them out yesterday. I will have everything set up for you guys here pretty soon. But I'm going to have to start looking for things to talk about in terms of the market. So some days you may have 5, 6 videos. Some days you may only have 2. And that's something I'm going to be fine with, because I don't want to be, grinding too hard. My thing is I just have to still have the ability to trade when I see a signal. But right now I'm not seeing any freaking signals, right? I told you guys we could see a daily signal switch off, which could be pretty good. But right now I'm really just waiting for the 4-hour to turn bearish again and the daily chart to be bearish at the same time. Oh God, those are the trades you really want to be making, right? So happy to see all of you guys again. Loki says hello, and I'm gonna get